Cancer, welcome to your mid-month check-in. Typically, I do a general overview for the upcoming month. That didn't happen. Overlapping calendars, that old thing. Getting us back on track, so we're going to go ahead and check in on the remaining balance of May. Yeah? What's going on, please? Show me Cancer. Show me Cancer. Like always, take what resonates, leave what does not. If there's more than one energy clearly apparent to you on this board today, then you reverse those energies as you see fit. These are, after all, general collective readings, not one-to-one private, which is to say, they may not resonate. Frustrating but normal. Check your other placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. What's going on, please? Show me. Show me, Cancer. All right. Six of Swords. Always interesting. Eight of Cups. Ace of Wands. Oh, yes. You know, I always say that because it's always true. Whenever someone shows me a transition card, first card, opening, always my first thought, where are you going? Where are you coming from? You'll show me. I have no doubt. I can see the absence at the emotional level for you. Okay. The mental is there as well. I don't know about the physical yet. But 2/3 of you have already kind of checked out. Okay. Ace of Wands. Could there be a new beginning for you? I don't know. Let's take a look-see. 10 of Pentacles, 4 Cups, the 10 of Cups. See. That's what I'm saying. It's one thing in water signs to see the emotional detachment and then maybe some mental detachment, but have we done the thing? Physical. Methinks not. It's there. Can't say it's not. Ace of Wands suggests you would like a new beginning. And like I said, 2/3 of you is checked out. But then I get a picture of reality for you. You're saying your foundation isn't so great. It's in place. 10 of Pentacles, it's in place. The emotional component isn't, hence your emotional detachment. 4 of Cups, 10 of Cups. Whatever constitutes emotional fulfillment at a higher level beyond ourselves. Okay? Very close family, kids, spouses, whatever. You're saying that's been a big pot of disappointment. That part. But there are things here that are in place with the 10 of Pentacles. You tell me this, okay? King of Wands, 5 of Cups, Queen of Wands. I have emotional upset, disappointment between yourself and someone else. King and Queen of Wands. They are mutually, as far as I can tell, disappointed, hurt, okay? Let's get in here and clean house because I don't have resolution for you, okay? That's going to come down to who you are as a person and understanding what your priorities are. You opened up immediately with, I admit I've drifted away quite a bit, mentally and emotionally. And there's a part of you that strongly desires for new opportunity. But then when we bring it into reality, you're like, this is where it stands. Okay. Let's see that 6 of Swords. Let's see that 6 of Swords, please. Show me that 6 of Swords. Show me that 6 of Swords. The World. Knight of Pentacles, the Empress. See, that's what I'm saying. That's pretty severe, okay? That's pretty severe in terms of this is where I'm not at anymore, okay? We need to take a look at this because I see parts of you that so greatly desire to leave behind something or someone that is known, but then you also keep saying, but this is how it is, okay? Mentally you're detached. There's someone here as an Empress that no longer has that weight and or standing. So the Emperor and Empress. Empowered figures, or even if they're not empowered, they represent someone of some standing in our life that suggests their opinion counts. What they say or do or believe or act or feel counts towards me. It affects my life in some way. And I refer to them and they refer to me and I refer to them. Okay, so in other words, even if they're not empowered as individuals, we give them power. by saying, your opinion matters. I need to talk to you. We need to sort this out. Do you hear the we language? Okay. If they didn't matter, it'd be like, this is what I think. This is what I say. This is what I do. So even if they're not empowered, we give them power. They're supposed to be. They're supposed to be people of significance in our life. So the idea is they earned the power. Yeah. You're saying that I don't want to check in with that person. Why is that? Oh, that just got real. I don't want to check in with that person anymore. That was such a specific thought. Wow, that was a specific thought. That was like a cold blade. I don't want to check in with them anymore. Now, it's one thought, and it may not seem like it adds up to much, but there's a lot of weight of activity behind that thought. Damn, that one hit hard. I don't want to check in with them anymore. We've been slowly, and I mean slowly, moving away from this Empress for a long time. Not because they're empowered, but because we don't want to give them power anymore. You don't want to check in with them anymore. You don't want to give them that weight of balance in your life anymore. I don't feel like I should have to check in with you anymore about my movements, my decisions, my feelings, or actions. And it's not that violent or abrupt. It's a feeling of you drifting away, and I don't want to keep looking back over my shoulder to consult you every time I get out the door. Like this. It's not even a 7 of Swords. It's 6 of Swords. I want to default to you less and less now. So that's pretty serious, guys. That's pretty serious. It's a long-standing feeling that someone's literally turned their back on this person who we used to give power to, and we don't want to share power with them anymore. We are headed towards, no matter how slow, ending that cycle. Like I said, you're 2/3 out the door. But when it comes up to reality, you're like, Okay. Are we looking at temporary separation here? Are we going to try to spend some time away from each other to figure out if this is what we want to do permanently? Where are we with this? Because let me tell you, your mind and your heart's already checked off on the matter. Okay, it's not an accusation. I want you to catch up to where you actually are. Okay. If you don't want to share your power anymore, and they don't want to share it with you anymore, it's a big deal. We got to look at ourselves for these things, you know? Let's see that 8 of Cups. Let's see that 8 of Cups. Let's see that 8 of Cups. You know, everything begins with the self, guys, including our willingness to share our power with people. You know, you have to know that you have that power to share. And when you hand over your life to someone else, the keys to your particular kingdom, the keys to your heart, the keys to your finances, the keys to your mental self, your spiritual self, you're saying, I choose you as my equal. I trust you with these powers. Trust me with yours. Okay. And that's a fairful, it's supposed to be fair, lawful exchange of energies because, again, it comes from the self. Don't give that power to somebody unless you know you want to. And that means at some point you did trust this person with your particular powers. And now you kind of want to take your powers back. You don't want them to have that kind of say in your life anymore. Let's just get that out of the way. It's mentally there, it's emotionally there. Let's see that 8 of Cups, please. Let's see that 8 of Cups. So much just on a couple of cards. Excuse me. Let's see that 8 of Cups, please. There's that 4 of Cups. I wanted to flip that off. I hate the 4 of Cups so bad. 8 of Pentacles, the Devil. Yeah, baby, I got you running in circles. Not me, but your energy here is telling me that you've been running in circles on the same subject and you're sick of it. You're sick of it. You're sick of the subject. You feel like you are working for free. Nobody likes that feeling. I don't. So I tell it all the time. Do not work for free because you are abusing your own sense of time, energy, and effort, more to the point, your own sense of self-worth. And it feels like you are working for free with someone else who you don't want to give your power to anymore. You don't seem to get anything from this. your unhappiness remains as such. It's a long-standing issue between yourself and this person. The emotional detachment is real. You no longer want to personally identify with this person, and you say you've worked at it to death with the devil here, and it just makes you feel worse. Yes, yes, yes. That's how you know something is failing, because you feel worse by your endeavors, not better. This is where we need, as human beings, need to take the hint. When our actual real-world efforts, Eight of Pentacles, fail, and we just feel more miserable and more stuck, we're actually deepening the issue, not making it better. Why? Could it be you just don't want to be in this person's life anymore? In failing to acknowledge that, we just think we have to work harder, right? That old bit? You ever heard of that? Well, just work harder. No, you're indebting yourself even more to the feelings you don't have. Now you're running in the negative, honey. I think it's time to acknowledge what's going on here. You don't want to give the situation your power anymore. Never mind your emotional self, your mental self. Your spiritual self's trying to make the exit, but we keep coming up against that 3D. You know, that person is like, if I just throw money at it, the problem will go away. Well, for you, it was time, energy, and effort. If I just put more time, energy, and effort, the problem will go away. It'll get better. It'll get better. And it doesn't. In fact, all it does is increase the issue. Yes. Yes. This is where it's time to face facts, guys. Face music. But that's easy for me to say, right? I'm reading the cards today, so take it resonates, if it does not. Just because it says Cancer in the title doesn't mean it's for you this week, honey. Check your other placements, okay? Let's see that Ace of Wands. Yeah, no, with all that, I'd want a new opportunity as well. Absolutely. Or is that a renewal ace? You're going to keep trying to... I'm sorry. I'm very tired. My speech impediment's kicking in really hard right now. Or is that a renewal ace? You're going to still try to show this energy. I don't know how much more energy you got left, honey. Okay? And I do not mean that in a condescending way. I'm just saying it. How much more are you going to keep costing yourself? You don't want to give this person or situation any more of your power. You don't want to participate in it anymore. I'm not saying it's evil. I'm not saying it's toxic. I'm literally saying the crown they once wore, that probably once upon a time shone so brightly in your eyes, is now dull. It weighs heavy. It's cracked. It's ugly. They're missing jewel pieces. In other words, their opinion, their emotions, their behaviors, you don't react to them as they once did. But you're still playing along like it's supposed to. Problem. Let's see that Ace of Wands. They might be a wonderful person. They may not be. I don't know. The point is, you don't want to share power with them anymore. And you're showing me fragmentation by playing along. King of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the Six of Pentacles. Oh! And somewhere else altogether, in a theory, in a land far, far away, you would love to forge more powerful connections that are more meaningful to you. What a flip of energy right there. King of Pentacles and King of Wands. One of them is you. One of them is you. You're either on the practical side or you're on the fiery, ambitious, and passionate side. I don't know. I don't care. One of you is resourceful. The other person's passionate. I don't know. Is Six of Pentacles. Meanwhile, I have you with a strong spark in you to balance with somebody that makes sense to you. Something that makes you feel alive and productive and useful. There's someone here whose opinion that would matter to you very much. How the perception goes. The equal sense of self, king for king, whatever that is. Doesn't have to be sex relevant tarot. You see what I'm saying? The idea is higher frequencies that actually, whose opinion you would care about very much. And someone who you would like to balance efforts and exchange appropriate power with. Someone here absolutely meets that criteria. That's a... We spark up at the idea of this, at the Ace of Wands. Hopefully I will be saying that for you. Yeah, the Ace of Wands tells me you would love to do that. You would love to do that, even if it's just a feeling and a powerful one. Six of Pentacles suggests it could be pulled into reality. Connecting to someone who lights you up and gets you ignited with ideas, creativity, energy, a flow, an exchange. I love this person's opinion. I like their perception. They have so much to think about. They're so creative. Oh my God, they're more like me. I actually care about what this person thinks. I love the way they influence me, and I think I influence them too, because it's going to be an exchange here, a fair exchange. There's someone here you could connect with that lights you up. It makes you feel alive and that your opinions are warranted and what you do is important. May that be. I mean, let's pull it back in reality, though. This is someone, like I said once more, whose opinions we very much care about. And we could actually get along with. Generate some really strong activity, inspiration, something. It's like this person's opinion. I want that person's opinion. But it would be a fair exchange of power. Okay. In some way you would rub off on them in equal measure. Okay, let's keep going. If that comes up again later, great. Ten of Pentacles. Let's see that Ten of Pentacles. Let's see that Ten of Pentacles, please. Page of Pentacles, Death. Oh, Two of Wands. Oh, Cancer. Oh, you tricky little crab. I'll never really know with you. That's your whole thing. Cancer may not be your dominant sign, by the way. There's something here about the practical division, about this is reality and reality sucks. With an X. Sucks, and I don't blame you. I see where you come from. I do. I think your biggest fault here is trying too hard too long. But I also think that's not a surprise to you at this point. Anyway, getting back to this Ten of Pentacles, it's not a radical overhaul with Death there. You're saying you're willing to change some things up. And that it's time you started taking that seriously. Ooh. Page of Pentacles, Death, Two of Wands. So here we have the foundation. I was like, okay, here's the mental, here's the emotional. You made it clear. What about your reality? Where are you with that? And you're like, I'm working on it. And you are. It's not by leaps and bounds. I don't think you're scrapping the whole foundation. I think you will be altering critical pieces of it soon, but specifically investing in the decision. Okay, taking it seriously, taking it seriously, taking it seriously. So it's a little bit more than an idea, which is good. I wouldn't have taken it very seriously if I had seen a Page of Swords and a Two of Swords. Okay? As it were, that's active investment, active decision-making. About what pieces of the foundation will you be no longer contributing to, cutting off, cutting out. So it's not the whole piece. No. There's still things you will keep, like your network or your job, things like that. Okay, those are critical pieces to the foundation. But there will be some pieces that will be extracted. Oh my. Let's see how that Four of Cups is looking now. Oh yeah. Okay. I don't know how long it's going to take, but you have to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. Okay? Take your decision to invest seriously about what pieces of that foundation will be transformed or exiting permanently. Okay, let's see that Four of Cups, some of that Four of Cups, some of that Four of Cups. You are ready to let this go, I think. I'm very curious about that in the future. We'll get there. We'll get there. The Hierophant, Ten of Cups, the Nine of Swords. Yeah. You are identifying with the Hierophant there where the source of the issue is. I think it's because in the process I'm seeing here, for that foundation and the alterations in it, you're trying to understand the spiritual and emotional implications to committing, ending some of these things. So the Hierophant shows up when it's like, okay, we need to stand by these decisions, and they're not easy. They're not casual decisions. I need a yes or a no in this. You know, I need a yes or no in this, Frank. I need a yes or no in this, Shirley. What say ye? We need a final decision. Put your stamp on it. So that's where he shows up. And he's showing up in the respect of, this is why I can authorize the ending or some parts of my foundation, is because when I look at the Ten of Cups, I don't have it. I don't have it. When I look at the emotional, keyword, emotional quality of life, I don't have any. So this is where I see the Hierophant backing up the decision. I'm looking at the emotional quality of life in my Ten of Pentacles. I don't have it. And that's pretty crystal clear. That's pretty crystal clear. In fact, my lack of emotional quality, my lack of emotional support keeps me up at night. The unhappiness, the Four Cups, is so terribly prevalent. We've been trying to work through it for years and just indebting ourselves further and further to a worsening feeling. Yes. We are acknowledging this, and we're saying this is where the real authority comes from. Is that this emotional harmony, this rainbow, it doesn't add up to that at all, and it hasn't for a long time. There is something here to the emotional quality of God. There's some folks, everybody's different. There are some people who can live happy, full lives just on stability alone. The love component doesn't really factor in. And those people live amazing, rich, full lives. There are some people who are genuinely content to be single all their life, and everybody thinks they have a problem when in fact they're quite happy. And there are some people who can be so terribly poor and have next to nothing, and they can be the happiest people on earth because they have someone with them, their person. You have to know what elements in your life are critical. What gives you value, meaning, and context, and what doesn't. And if you once signed up to something that had the promise of all those things, but it started to lose its pieces over time, then you have to readjust, acknowledge it, and say, is this acceptable to me now? Yes or no? Because I'm in this. This thing that I'm in, is it still acceptable to me now? Not how it was yesterday, not how it was a year ago, not how it was 10 years ago, today, and therefore possibly into the future. Is this acceptable? And that's where you really start to understand what choice is as a human being. Real choice. You're at that place and time in your life where you are making real choices. You probably thought you were making them up to this point, and you probably were. And now you still have more to do. Choices never stop. But it's the big ones that define us. Okay? You need to understand what kind of person you are. Is the foundation enough for you to stay in place with it? Even if the emotional component isn't. Like I said, you have to know what your values are. What gives you meaning and context. You know? Let's see that Ten of Cups one more time. That's a major point of concern for you. And it has been. It relates back to that Four of Cups. Okay? That we've been unhappy with what we've created. Or what has proven itself to be what it is today. Okay? Let's see that Ten of Cups. Let's see that Ten of Cups. I want to see this. I'll get back to this. I'm going to get back to that. I'm going to get back to that. Let's see that Ten of Cups, please. Show me that Ten of Cups. Let's see that Ten of Cups. Seven of Wands, Five of Cups, Ten of Wands. There it is. There's the outright rejection. Whatever this is in your Ten of Cups is no longer acceptable to you. It's no longer digestible to you. It does not fulfill you. Here you are openly acknowledging it, even though it's extremely difficult. So good job, because it's so difficult. You will be met with resistance. But you know this. Guys, I can only read what's here. I can't read what isn't. You have to do what's right for you, because you're saying this has failed repeatedly to live up to fulfillment, support, emotional cohesiveness, repetitive over and over again. You did your bit. You stayed in there way too long doing the same thing, and it just got worse, not better. You see that now. You're standing by what you believe in. You're going back to the drawing board about what constitutes emotional fulfillment, and specifically emotional stability, harmony, support, love, caring. There's something here about the lack of nurturing. I can't put my finger on it. What is that? What is that flavor? There's a particular flavor profile in here. It's weird, because when I put down that Empress, I had this feeling, this is for some of you, not all of you, I had this feeling of an absent mom, except it's not an absent mom. It's a partner. But we get that feeling from a partner, like they're supposed to be warm, nurturing, loving, supportive, like a mother figure, but they're not. Where is that coming from? It feels kind of childlike. I'm really struggling with this because I've only seen adult behaviors and thoughts up until this point, 100%. But what I feel like is there's some sort of childlike feeling of neglect. And it feels small, but it's a big person making these decisions. You. It's hard to explain. There's a feeling of childhood absence in this connection. Like you don't love me, you don't nurture me, you don't care about me, you don't care about my choices, you don't care about what it is I want to do. In other words, a lack of nurture, support, care from that person who we no longer want to exchange power with, because they don't give the power back to us in the right way. I don't know how else to explain that. This isn't a mother figure. It feels like someone we've assigned those nurturing qualities that we would associate with motherhood. That feminine nurturing quality. I care about you. Tell me about your day. Oh, honey, what happened? So you can do anything you want. Pat, something like this. And that's what I'm saying. I had that distinct impression of I'm working on this for free. I get nothing from this person that suggests I'm doing a good job, or that I'm welcome, or that I'm loved or cared about or supported. See what I'm saying? Very specific component. It may have nothing to do with you. I had a thread of that, and I keep seeing that thread over here. My obligation is to report it. I reported it. If it makes sense to you, cool. Awesome. Let me know in the comments. 7 of Wands, 5 of Cups, the 10 of Wands. You were tired of feeling like shit with this connection. Tired of it. It will not alleviate. You keep saying this will not alleviate. Why do you think that hair font whipped out? And he's like, this is my major point of contention. And if we leave this, it's for these reasons. Okay? So there it is. That's a whole heap of mess that we're... No. We can't keep putting up with this. I can't keep doing this. Something like this. Okay, let's jump on down here. King of Wands. We did see this person up here, I believe. But we also have a Queen of Wands. And there's another 5 of Cups in here. What's up with this? So when you fully exit this, I couldn't say, but you are on that particular path. Okay? The day you understood that you were not getting an equal power exchange of love, caring, fairness, nurturing, enrichments, you kind of knew it was over, didn't you? King of Wands. Let's say that King of Wands. Let's say that King of Wands. Let's say that King of Wands. Show me that King of Wands, please. Show me that King of Wands. The Moon, Death, the Magician. That's really strong. That's full activation of manifestation. Nothing's inhibiting it now. The moon, death. Death is overriding the moon. Whatever their inhibitions were about manifestation, it's over. It's out in full force. I need to see. Where are we going? Queen of Wands. Show me this Queen of Wands. Show me this Queen of Wands. What is this? Show me that Queen of Wands. Show me that Queen of Wands. Show me that Queen of Wands. It's completely out of the dark and into the light now. Okay. Queen of Wands. King of Wands. Reflection. Two of Cups. Two of Pentacles. Do they love you back? Why are you asking this? You want to know if someone loves you back. What is this Five of Cups? Show me this Five of Cups, please. You made some really interesting strides here in the future. You want to know essentially if someone still loves you. You no need to hide your manifestation anymore. It's outright. It is 1000% outright. You want to know. Let's see that Five of Cups. Told you I'd get back to this. Let's see that Five of Cups. The Star, Five of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. We're not giving up on an old star. Who is this to you? Who is this to you? There's an outright manifestation for you in the future. No more moon, no more bullshit, no more secrets. Someone here is outright saying, do you still love me? It is not that which we left behind. It is someone else. Whose energetic imprint seems to be more in line with yours. The frequency that's shared between you two is that you are absolutely crazy about each other, but there was discord or disconnect from some time. Cancer, I ain't got time for one of these kind of readings today, honey. Can we pick one topic and just stick to it? I think I was going to get back to this segment. You remember this one? I was like, so you tell me, is that new or is that renewed? What are we doing over here? Because the energetic imprint between yourself and this person suggests, bare minimum, that you two inspire each other, and you actually these two figures very much care about each other's opinions. About everything, anything, you name it. These two balance quite a bit in terms of creativity, idea expression, and encouragement of each other. They seem to have this idea of they know how to work together and support each other and generate positive activity, but I couldn't tell where it was showing up, if or how. Under that Ace of Wands is the proposition for energy renewal to get this going. I don't know. All I know is that it could show up theoretically in the Six of Pentacles. So, like, we'll get back to that. Bottom row. Boom. Here it is. There's that King of Wands figure showing up. Somebody here is outright killing the moon space. Why not? We've been doing lots of work today. What's one more thing, right? Nullifying all the secrets, eliminating them in outright manifestation, sharing a frequency with somebody that bounces back onto you. I know who you are. They're saying, I know who you are. I remember you. And the question here is, do we still feel the same? Do we still love each other? It's a really intense check-in at some point in the future that has a lot more details than I can say or give it space today. Okay, I just did a time check. You bet your ass I did. We're not doing 50 minutes. We're not. We are not. But this is the point of discussion here is, can we get over pains of the past and kind of maybe reach for each other again? So whatever this is somehow predates this. This ending, which is difficult, it's elaborate. Like I said, you opened up right away with 2/3 of me are already gone. then I kind of see the final third over here. It's going to take a minute to disengage from this. But then down here, further out, it's just open declaration. I'm summoning somebody. I need to know, do you still feel the same? Is this worth fighting for? Is this star salvageable? There's a lot of sharing in there about stories, details, catching up between you and someone else. Like I said, someone who's more in line with that equal sense of give and take. But it's been a while, so that would be an Ace of Wands. That's renewal, not new. So the more you exit this, the more you think about someone that we broke away from a long time ago. That's another story. That's another chapter of what looks like another book. I don't know. I can only get so much done, guys. This was only supposed to be a couple weeks, you know. I don't know what the answer is. I see these two people connecting in order to get those kind of details. I don't know what the conclusion is. Do we still feel the same way? Is there still love here? Is this something worth fighting for? You two are going over grievances and hopes and love and things like this. What the most impressive thing by far was this. Okay, no more secrets, no more bullshit. This is how I feel. Cancer. Cancer. You know, it's frustrating when I get readings like this because people are like, you didn't exactly say how. You have to live life, honey. I can't give you a blueprint in less than 40 minutes. That's not how this works. The more inroads you make in one topic, the more you can start making inroads in another topic. Okay, in other words, actions, thinking, planning, understanding yourself, knowing what you're doing and why you're doing it, and so much of your activities happening. I will say this, on this particular balance system that you have with somebody, I have every reason to believe this will be a check-in for these two folks soon, where a lot of this is covered while you are separating from it. I'm not sure how else to put it. But you will know soon enough, and that's if you resonate with any of this at all. You know? For those Cancers that are happily single, congratulations. This is not your problem. For those of you who are happily with somebody, congratulations. It's not your problem. This is for a Cancer who is making plans as we speak to exit something that is long-standing and quite possibly interjecting energy into another connection to let the other person know where they stand or where they are. I think. Divine Masculine. Some of you are the Divine Masculine in this respect. Yes, I saw a lot of masculine energy here today, so I can't say I'm surprised. We have karmic logic, reasoning, rationality. This is what I signed up for. This is my obligation, or my obligation's now null and void. Okay, that's something for this Cancer to figure out. Only you can figure out if your karmic obligations are complete. Okay? Yeah, karmic lessons. Push and pull energy, hot and cold. Yeah. Yeah. Going back and forth on this one, I believe. And to the point that you don't want to go back or forth with it anymore. Okay. Patience, thoughts, isolating. In that respect, that some of you who are like, give the situation patience, is what I see over here is like working for free. Sometimes we have to know when to be patient and let things play out, and that suggests that we're allowing things to heal. I saw no healing here. In this respect, the idea of patience just lended to the difficulty, as I said. All we did was indebted ourselves further by continuing to operate like everything was fine or that it will work out better. Guys, this is what we mean by karmic lessons. You have to know when you're done paying your bill. Okay? Something's either for you, great, then you have no reason to stop, or you have reason to power through it and show it patience and healing. or something's not for you, and it's your big hint to know when to stop. Okay? Okay. When some of you are showing this situation patience, all you did was feel more and more isolated. Poverty. We miss this. We miss somebody really bad. A lover. We feel impoverished from them. I'm surprised I didn't see the lovers at this point. A lot of people did this round. But this person that would care about our thoughts and be a good back and forth of exchange of power with. I believe this is someone whom we feel impoverished from. A stronger connection that we will be catching up with, I believe, soon. But tarot's the proof of choice, not the absence of it. I'm giving them the kind of lay of the land, the blockages and the difficulty. Number 21, 15, 37. Anything else, please? The Book of Wisdom, like I said, you got really tired of reading one particular book. And someone else here represents another chapter, another book altogether. As I said, number 26, prosperity, fishes. You are resourceful. I know you know how to make things happen. 26, 34. Okay, Cancer, honey, I understand if some of you have like, what is going on? Yeah. It's not the first time, it's not going to be the last time that I see you shift tracks the way that you do. It's part of your MO. It's one of your operating systems. Okay. You can shift tracks, but this particular Cancer took a long time to do so. Understanding when it was time for you to do what it is that you do. Okay? There's a lot of time behind this, so it's not random and it's not fast at all. But you are trying to make the pieces work better for you now than you once did. Okay? The puzzle, pieces to the puzzle. Started forcing them to fit to make a picture. You're now understanding which pieces actually go where. Okay? All right. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.